to join in, just like before, the council candidates, and you'll have a few minutes to talk a little bit about yourself, and why you want to do it.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
First up, we have Steve Owen.
Hello, thank everybody for coming. My name's Steve Owen. A little bit about me. After serving 30 years as a first responder, I retired from the Elkhorn Fire Department out in California. I know that may scare some people, but I left California for a reason. I retired at the rank of chief officer. I moved to Kansas in '09, moved to Spring Hill in '15, make my home here. I'm enjoying Spring Hill. I enjoy it very much. As a result of attending council meetings when I first got here, in 18 and 19, I observed a lack of opportunity for the citizens to really engage the city and be involved in the way the city was spending our tax dollars. You didn't have a lot of transparency. At that point, I decided to run. Since being sworn in as a city council member and voted in as president of the city council in January of 20, it became very clear to me our city needs a strong, engaged leader. And to move it forward, I believe somewhere along the line, some of the members of the governing body and the city administration have forgotten that they're here to serve the citizens of Spring Hill, not the other way around. I believe in accountability and oversight. That will solve a lot of our problems with the budget and reviewing, road maintenance, all aspects of the city government. Oversight is what the city government is supposed to do in the governing body. And as a mayor, I plan to have an office at City Hall and be visible and available to all citizens and businesses. I want to work on drawing businesses into the city to reduce the tax burden on the houses and bring in sales tax. We need to get the roads done. We've had money and have done nothing since 16. So for a number of times, we haven't done much with the roads. So infrastructure is a big thing. We've lowered taxes this year, and with some money left over, we even had over $100,000 left over, even after lowering taxes. We could have even done more. And I think that's something we need to do and be responsive. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Next up, we have Scott Sneeley.
Good evening, everybody. I apologize. I'm not going to stand tonight. I'm still recovering from back surgery, and it takes it takes all of me to stand up. I have lived in Spring Hill since 2003. Now, I will tell you that between 2011 and 2016, I actually lived in Arkansas City in southern Kansas because my wife had a business opportunity down there. We returned in 16. By the way, the entire time we were gone, we maintained paying taxes to the city. When we returned, I continued my career in teaching up here, and she continued her career in insurance, just in a different role. I'm running basically because I love this city. I really do. And like everyone has said, the school district is one of the greatest in the area. But we need a strong leader. And I feel like my opponents, again, I totally respect both of these gentlemen for putting up themselves to run for mayor. But one of the things that I think is that experience counts. And neither one of these gentlemen have had as much experience on the council in Spring Hill as I have. I'm not trying to say that pretentiously, but when we're trying to navigate where we're going in the future, whether it's business development or housing developments, we need a strong leader. What are we going to do if for all of a sudden all of our factories leave? We're going to be a community of homes. We're not going to have jobs. So to continue, the greatest part of the city that I want to improve is citizen participation. I, too, thought that citizen participation when I was on the council was lacking, and we need to do more. Absolutely need to do more for the citizens. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Scott. Let me draw.
Okay, I'll wait. All right. So first, thank you to Michael, Sharon, Jen for putting this event on. It's not easy. I know a lot of work goes even into a forum like this, so thank you for doing that. Also want to thank Mr. Snavely, Mr. Owen for being here as well. I think this is a really good opportunity for people to ask questions and really get in front of someone and say, hey, where do you stand on this issue? Whenever I get a Q&A, someone reaching out to me, the question I get is, why are you running? Why run for the mayor of City of Spring Hill? And I will tell you, my answer never changes. It's always the same. We love this town and we love the people that are in it. What many of you know is my wife and I have opened 2 businesses in this community, the Bean Coffee and Caller Pet Boutique, which are still both located on historic Main Street. And I think the thing we miss the most about not owning those businesses is the people that we interacted with on a daily basis. I miss those interactions, the good we were blessed with to be a small part of this community. And we were able within that role to donate thousands to charities, to school organizations, first responders. There was so much we could do within that 2,000 square foot building. And the reason I share that is because I have a vision that if we can do so much good inside a small building, imagine the good that I can do and we can do as a community with all of Spring Hill. And it's going to take everyone to do their part, but it's an exciting time for us as Spring Hill. We're the 5th fastest growing city in the state of Kansas, and we have a really good opportunity to shape where this city is going to go over the next 10 years. My vision includes maintaining public safety, improving roads, infrastructure, obviously, we've talked a lot about that, improving connectivity and trails throughout our community. That's a big asset I hear over and over again. And we're going to maintain that open for business attitude and create an environment that businesses want to come to Spring Hill. I also want to serve as our mayor to be able to promote a tone of positivity, one of future, and one of opportunity so that we can raise the bar. I think we hear a lot of problem, and I think when you continually talk about problems, all you're doing is creating more problems. We have a really good opportunity to do some exciting things, and I'm fully committed to Spring Hill. I'm the only candidate on this panel that's chosen to live, work, raise a family, and start multiple businesses here. I found the best candidate to handle the unique challenges that businesses and families face. I feel I know those challenges. I live them. And you know, my leadership skills don't begin just when things are good. We've gone through COVID together, and that's a huge, learning experience that we all went through together. So those are a little bit of the reasons why I'm running, and I ask for all of your vote this November.
Thank you, Tyler. All right. We're going to move on to the question, and we'll go 2 minutes on questions, and I'm going to give you more questions with the time that we have. So, first question. Tyler, what will you do to unify the city?
I will get rid of the Citizens for the Future of Spring Hill Facebook page, and we'll be all very happy once that happens. No, in all honesty, some of the council members echoed it as well, but I really think if you get online, you would think this is a town that just everyone hates each other, and that's not what I see when I go out in the community. So I think it takes all of us, and it doesn't come from one leader to do that. I think a leader can set the tone, but then it takes all of us to, if I disagree with someone, maybe I go have a conversation with them. Maybe I don't blast them on Facebook and call them an idiot. There is so many positive benefits to social media, and I know that question was asked within the city council forum, but there's also so much good that we can do online and meeting with people and interacting with them face to face. So one of the things I would do is really push to, if someone responds negatively, encourage our citizens to get out, talk to those people, meet for coffee, do whatever. But I don't think it's as bad as online and those forums sometimes portray.
Thank you, Tyler. Scott.
Okay.
Could you repeat the question?
What will you do to unify the city?
Well, I'll use the same skill set that I use at school. I have 25 different kids in this classroom that have all different personalities. I will stop. I will listen. I'm going to build this team, regardless of if I win. These two gentlemen will be on the council. We've got to work together. And I look forward to it because I know these two have great ideas. But listening to each other on the council and not going after one another. And I do see, and from my perspective, I do see a division on the council. And that's not serving anybody. So if we develop not necessarily personal relationships with one another, but respectful relationships with one another. Because again, we have to remember that we're here only for the citizens, not anybody else. They pay our salaries.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Steve?
Can you read the question one more time for me?
What will you do to unify the city?
I don't think the city's as fractured as we believe it is. As we've said, Facebook does kind of misrepresent a lot. But I've noticed in out walking and meeting neighbors during the campaign, you meet a lot of people that maybe you don't ever agree with, but you get to know them. So as a mayor, again, I want to be available and visible. I want to be out there. And if it takes every so often going out and walking a neighborhood or having a talk with people, setting up a walk and talk, maybe we do them more than once a year. But get people involved, get them out there, hear their concerns, and see what we can do to help them with their concerns. And that's not only just for the mayor, but I'd like to see the council get out and do that also. Share either together or even separate. We all can go out and cover different areas. So I think communications is great with the city, and that's what we need to maintain.
Thank you, Steve. All right, next question.